Hey, let's take a look. I did some tweaking on that shelf, and I want to show you guys. So let's take a look at what we did here. So you remember I had that issue with the door handle. So it was hitting right where these comics would be. So because I don't want it to do that, one of the things I did was I had these little rubber bumper things. Can you see that? I got it at a craft store for a craft project I was doing a couple years ago. And I found those in the drawer, so I used that. But also I took and cut a little baby block of wood. It's only like 3 by 3.5 or something, 3 by 4, I don't know. And what I did was I nailed it to this piece right here to give it some width. So that's like 3/4 of an inch. And then just mounted the door stop to that. So now you can see this door, when it closes, it'll hit right, man, that lighting sucks. But you can kind of see where that hits there. But also, look, there's a gap here. So I don't have to worry about that as long as well, actually, it's more than the width of that little rubber bumper, so I should be good. But that way, I don't have to worry about them damaging my comics. Then the next thing I did was I also added that second layer, so check it out. And it was very, very easy to do. All I had to do, really the most time-consuming part was painting it. And it slid right in just like a puzzle piece. And I think that extra thickness really makes it look nice. Now, something else I did was I think this was from a wrapping paper roll. And I just cut them at 3/4 of an inch. And then, so there, every one of them, there's a whole bunch of them. There's probably like 20 of them or something. And cut them all the same height and obviously they're same width. And made these spacers. So whenever I put a comic in there, I put one of these spacers in there. And it makes them all the same distance apart. So it looks real nice and uniform, see? So that is pretty much all I have to do with that shelf to make it look nice, man. And then you guys will be seeing it in the videos. And oh yeah, and I started hanging some stuff underneath here, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna hang here. But check this out. Here's a few years ago I got this from at a con from a fella named Stuart Sager. And I asked him to draw me, actually I asked him to draw, a Venomized Green Goblin, and this is what he drew, and it's pretty sweet. So anyways, that's it for the shelf, I think, for a while. And I guess Gobby Venom, hit the music. Spy Dog, you complete me. Bad news, guys. My work schedule is batshit crazy this week, so for the first time since, I don't know, forever, I don't think I'm going to make it to my LCS this week, but I did message him and tell him which variants I wanted of which book. So he said he had most of them. The only one he didn't have was that new Thor, the Alex Ross cover. But if I see it out, I might just pick it up. Because we're planning on going to a sale this weekend. It's Epic. So if we go, I'll grab it there. If I don't go, I'll probably go get my LCS haul. But that being said, the good news is that my DCBS order came in today. So let's take a look at that for the month of May 2019. The box appears to be in good shape. And we know how these carriers are, these service providers, whatever you want to call them. And but it doesn't look like it was anybody took their carrier or service provider rage out on them and kicked the shit out of it. Nice thick cardboard box. I got to give DCBS props, man. They do a good job when it comes to packing. And look, they got that that self-forming sealed air thing, packing stuff. So that's good. And then, let's take a look. We'll put that right there for now. Oh, we got 2 packages. Look at that. Another big order, guys. So, let's take a look. It looks like a nice haul, and I got a packing list here, but you know what? We're not going to do that. Don't forget to use the trusty Gerber dime to the little hook to pop this open again. And again, we want to be careful not to cut into the Mylite like I did that one time. I think this is actually, these might be fullbacks again. Yeah, it was, because I was waiting to put a couple books away from one of my hauls because I wanted to make sure I got this stuff. So, yeah, they do such a nice job at DCBS. I remember probably about 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't always the case. Hey, the cat found the box. That took about 30 seconds. I wonder if you have a lion. If you're in the jungle, let's say you're getting attacked by a lion in the jungle, some sort of jungle cat, jungle action, as Marvel would call it. And so they're coming at you. You don't know what to do. You obviously can't outrun them. What if you have a big enough box and you throw it to the side and then bolt the other way? Do you think that cat will go for the box to lay in it? I don't know. If I lived in a jungle, I would just carry a big box around all the time. Seems legit. Seems like a legit theory, right away? Yeah, kitty. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, he jumped out. Oi, cat. We got the gum bands. We got the bonus backing board. That's always a good time. We're always happy to see the bonus backing boards. All right, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, these are fullbacks. Look at that. 2 mil Mylite 2s and fullbacks. You can tell that in a second. But anyways, let's check it out. Remember, these books always come in real nice shape, man. I can't give them enough credit. Although there does seem to be a little flake there of maybe the board. Hey, Deceased #1. This is that Yasmine Putri It variant. Sweet, yeah. Well, I ordered 2 of them. Oh, I don't see how these things aren't going to be hot, man. I'm going to keep them in the fullbacks because that black cover, man, you ain't going to find those in a dollar bin in near mint condition too often, man. And then we got the Venom, I believe it's number 14, that Carnage variant. I ordered 2 of those. Guys, keep your eyes peeled. I'm reading online that some of these have more brown and less red and vice versa. I guess it's something with the printing plates or something, the colors. So I don't know which one this is. I'm going to assume this is maybe the brown one because it doesn't look super bright red. I don't know. We'll see. Had to get the True Believers. Again, I don't know if you saw the video with Todd yet, but they changed the name from True Believers to Marvel's Greatest Comics. So this is the What If from with Spider-Girl, first appearance of Spider-Girl. Got a Power Pack #1 True Believer, or Marvel's Greatest Comics. Now these True Believers, as you guys know, if you've watched before, I'll take them out of the fullbacks, drop them in a regular bag and board, and then I'll use the fullbacks for, my legit comics. Iron Fist, I don't know what number this is. First appearance of Misty Knight, I believe. I don't know if that sounds right. Yeah, it probably is. Deceased #1, the Matina variant. Had to get 2 of those, and you know what? I'm going to keep those in a fullback too, because they're pretty. And then we got the Savage Avengers #1. I'm excited because I've been waiting for this to come in because I've been waiting to read it, and we'll see what's up with that. What a team! Let's take a look at this for a second. The Avengers team is Brother Voodoo, Punisher, Conan, Elektra, Wolverine, and of course Venom. Hashtag Savage. I got another copy that it's actually probably the last True Believer, one of the last True Believers. It's the Ewoks variant. Now this, I ordered this. This is a blind buy. I don't know why I did this, but I'm not even sure who did this. But when it was solicited, they didn't have a picture. But I was like, you know what? Piss on it. I was feeling good that day or whatever. I think I had a long week and got a lot of extra hours at work or something. So I got the one of the variants. I think this might be a 1 in 10 or something of Savage Avengers #1. Calm down over there, Spy Dog. Then we have the True Believers Star Wars Darth Maul #1. This is a reprint of the first appearance of Darth Maul. And let's take a look at this. War of the Realms number 3. I read the first 2. They were really good. And I still got to read my Venoms on that. Let's hope that it isn't a letdown in the end. It's seems like a large enough storyline where it's going to be pretty epic. Hey, Conan the Barbarian number 6. I'll be reading that right away too. I'm really digging that storyline. Catwoman number 11, the Artgerm variant. Just because I'm collecting the Artgerm Catwomans, I guess. I don't know. I think he's about done with that, though. Batman Who Laughs number 5. Now, you guys know, I love the cover, but I keep bitching about this. There's too many floating heads on this series, man. I'd like to see more dynamic poses and see them do something, but that's a cool picture, don't get me wrong. In fact, I ordered 2 of them. And then I also ordered the Jock variant. Now, let's see what else we got. Marvel's Greatest Creators, parentheses, formerly known as True Believers. Iron Fist, Colleen Wing. I believe this is Marvel Premiere number, I think it's like, I don't know, 19 or 17 or something. The first Colleen Wing. I'm interested to see, let's take a look real quick. Because the actual one has, and well, it's probably not going to have it. It's an ad for Hulk 181. I'm gonna assume it doesn't, because these aren't facsimiles. So it probably won't have the value stamp, Marvel value stamp, or the ad. Oh, there's some ads in here. It's making a lot of sense. These True Believers are coinciding with the graphic novels that are being released. Now it all makes sense. See, Power Man. Iron Fist, yeah, there's the original cover right there, if you guys can see it. But, hey man, what is it, Marvel Premiere number 19. Oh, well, that was pretty close. Alright, so, no Hulk 181 ad. I have the original, but that'll be my reader copy. Symbiote Spider-Man number 2. This is the Ron Lim variant. There was a real nice black costume. Shit, I forget who did that variant, but it was the Battle Lines variant of it. That was released. War of the Realms number 4, Quattro, boom. And oh yeah, Immortal Hulk number 17. You know this shit is hot. It's fire. And then last but not least, the kitty cover of Sabrina the Teenage Witch number 2. We heart kitties. Okay, guys. Well, there's my bonus boards. They're just regular boards. Too bad. It'd be a lot cooler if they were halfbacks. But that's wanting something for nothing. Hey, guys, we're going to hit the music and move on to the next segment. Right, Spy Dog? Hey, getting it out there. Content. Hey, thanks to Todd for getting me this Dark Horse pin that he said he would grab me one. And also got this poster. These were from that con we went to recently. I didn't get any of these, but it has that Mignola Hellboy artwork. And on the back has Umbrella Academy with a stamp on it.
Probably the Umbrella Company was the sleeper that probably nobody knew that was in there until I opened it up. I was like, oh, I wonder how many people just walked by this because they didn't look at it. So,
all right.
Oh, well.
I didn't know. I don't even know. I don't think I even noticed the Hellboy poster, to be honest.
Like I told you,
there was just so much going on, man.
Once I saw it was stamped, I had just picked that up just to put the artwork in. I bought, so I had
used it for a folder.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like I was going to throw it away, but you know, I mean, I wouldn't look twice at it. It's just not my cup of tea. But you know, I'm glad I found a home. So,
hey, I guess we just have a smattering of stuff, a smorgasbord of stuff. So I guess we can get started.
All right. You doing any at all? Or?
Yeah, I got some stuff here, but here's one of the first things I wanted to show you guys is I was at Walmart, $12. Feel that? That's sturdy. That's steel, man. Mm-hmm. And so $12 when we go dollar bin digging. A lot of times they're underneath. You know what I mean? So they'll have like the back issues or whatever, or maybe even dollar issues up top. But then there's stacked underneath, is killing my back, dude. For my job and everything else.
I can't tell you how many times I have not gone through a dollar bin because I'm bending down on my knees. I just can't take it anymore, and I'm like, oh man, I got to stand up.
And a lot of times, even standing up, man, I mean, we'll go for a whole shift. You know, we're there for like 10 hours or something. And so I'll lift them up and put them on top of the ones that are on the table. But then I'm standing there, my feet hurt and everything else.
Yeah.
So I just figured I'm going to try out a step stool. And like I said, this was $12, and there was ones that were like 8, 9, 10. They were plastic. I'm like, my fat ass is going to break those things. So I put some super glue around the lips here of these things so they don't fall off in the parking lot or whatever. And,
especially when you're...
Yeah, because you know that what'll happen.
The 200 comic books that you know you're going to buy.
But yeah, I'm going to try this out next time we go dollar bin digging. I know June 22nd we're going to have something going on. I don't know what else we're going to do, but you know what? I'm going to be that guy that walks into the comic shop holding a step stool, and people are going to know what's up. They're going to know I'm legit.
You're going to be the
They're
dude.
Be like, whoa.
You're going to be the dude who walks out of the comic book shop too, because you ain't going to be all cranked up from being twisted in some weird position. So I've come out of there a little. Just been like,
it's murder,
my
man.
back's tightening up, my knee hurts, you know.
So, I don't know, I'm going to try it out and see how it goes, man, and,
good thinking.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys might have to grab some, too. What do you go? Throw a few things out.
You know what, I was going through my back issues, and I found these. I am not a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I have 1, 2, and 3 of this, and I think this one is the first appearance of Krang and somebody else. First appearance, and maybe in the comic books, I don't know, but
probably the Rhino and the Warthog. I can't think of their name. Bebop and Rocksteady.
That sounds that sounds right as soon as you said it. But it must have been something I just bought.
Oh, you had them?
Yeah, I had them. Probably they had to be off of the rack, and I probably bought them just because there was a picture of Kirk Hammett holding one, and I was like, that is who comes up with this corny, crazy, wacky thing? So I bought 1, 2, and 3, and this would definitely be trade fodder for me.
This will most likely be for Volume 1, because there's 2 volumes of this, but I'm pretty sure this is Volume 1. The artwork looks different. Mm-hmm. The Volume 2 definitely has a more cartoony looking.
Yeah. So it's cool. Like, I think issue 1 was the big one, but I have 1, 2, and 3, so they can sell it as a set. But I would definitely trade this for something more, just in my guidelines. So, but I got them, so I figured I'd just share them. So
Ninja Turtles are always kind of hot. It definitely has its fan base, but wait for the next Ninja Turtle movie or something, and then while they're hot, trade them in and get something nice.
I mean, I don't know when that came out, but I've had them for let's just say 20 years, 30.
I would say around 1990 somewhere.
Okay, so I hold on 30 years, so I can hold on for another couple. No big. I just found them, and I was like, wow, okay, cool.
What else you got? Throw some shit.
Good thinking, old school Todd. So,
Did you notice that the turtle logo is yellow?
I did not. I was wondering.
Usually it's green. Look, it's green.
Yeah, that isn't an indicator of a different printing, is it?
It may just be.
I wonder if that's a second printing.
I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'll have to look at it.
Okay.
What else you got?
Good catch. You know, the Crusader comic books are above and beyond anything that comes out of a normal creator's mind. So I did a small trip, and I went to this really dumpy, divey, horrible place. It was a little bad.
Okay.
Found a bunch of these Crusaders.
No way.
I found 9 issues. So
that's awesome.
So
4 Horsemen. All right.
4
Looking
Horsemen.
Good already.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're out of bags and boards too? Is that what's happening?
I got gold because these will not fit in the silver. They won't even fit in the silver decently.
Okay.
So I got gold backing boards, and they seat on there perfectly. I have to find the bags, and I want the specific ones, not just any ones. We'll see if Alvin can hook me up with. I talked to him. He said he'll see if he can order those bags. So anyway, 4 Horsemen, obviously written by James Hetfield. The Force,
written by George Lucas.
Very good. See? The Godfathers.
Oh, it's Mario Puzo.
El Pacino. Whatever. Some Italian guy. Double Cross.
That sounds like a Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Or Steven Seagal.
Alberto. Written by Alberto. This one is definitely Sabbath. Black Sabbath.
No, that's Beastie Boys, dude.
Okay, well, no sabotage, still Brooklyn.
Holy Bible.
So I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't think they want any converts with that one. Angel of Light.
Angel of Light.
You got anything? I got nothing.
Celine Dion.
That's my heart. No, right. The Gift.
The Gift.
That was my skanky girlfriend in 11th grade. And Primal Man.
Primal Man.
Yeah, look, by Captain Caveman, Hanna-Barbera.
Looks like inspiration for the Ghost Rider 1000 BC.
Yeah,
dude, riding a woolly mammoth, fucking possessed.
So I sat down and actually read like 2 or 3 of these since I picked them up, and you know, it's.
Did you start cutting yourself?
I'll tell you one. You know, I mean,
it made me a cutter.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, they're definitely. You know,
we talked.
Jacob was right. They are very, you know.
We talked about these before. They're super militant Christian comics, like, man. Like scary,
scare
like
tactic.
Yeah.
There's one in there. I mean, they have Jesus on the cross, and like they were like, this is really what he went through, and I'm like, that looks like a hamburger someone nailed to a board. I mean, it's bad. I was like, dude, I'm like, holy.
They have like a car battery and.
Oh, I don't know. But
I can only imagine, dude. I know that one I have, man. It's out there, dude. So yeah. I can only imagine, dude. These storylines are just crazy.
I did notice something though. As it went on, there is a white gentleman and a black gentleman, and they are sort of like buddies, and they are the ones who set the story up and tell the story. And so there are 2 guys. It's like something very generic, like Rob Johnson and Ted, you know, Williams or something like that. But they're the 2 guys who are like.
So it's like the Crypt Keeper or something. Like it's like.
Yeah, it's not just you know, standalone. Yeah, it's not like standalone stories. It's always these 2 guys. They drive into town and go, you know, look at that poor woman on the street corner. You know, what's her story? And I hate Jesus. And well, you know, it's understandable. And it just goes from there. But I wouldn't say I'd recommend picking these up, but if you see them, buy them. Read them at your own risk. I'm not going to guarantee you get saved, but I've done dumber stuff with $1. So,
I got an unboxing. I think this is just a single issue, if I remember correctly. I got actually, yeah, this was off a Facebook group. No, this was off eBay, and because there was a book I was missing that was bothering me, and I tried to find it at the con, and I didn't see it there, and I wanted to get it because if I didn't, then I figured the price is going to jump up.
I'm in suspense.
Look, hey, they did a good job packing this.
Holy bananas.
Thanks, eBay guy.
Look at that.
Maybe I'll give them some positive feedback.
Actually,
I should be using the little... See, there's this little nub on here, man. See? It's the hook.
Yeah.
It only has a little baby blade.
I used that samurai sword thing. That was kind of cool.
So, that way you don't accidentally cut through shit, you know?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You might be up to the Professor X's cane there pretty soon, because wow,
a rat to gnawed off. Man,
Jesus, Dave, condoms and bullets aren't that hard to open up. Wow.
Okay.
Is there anything?
This guy didn't want this shit going nowhere, man.
Are you sure this isn't the
He didn't want to go nowhere, including my collection.
Are you sure this isn't the cube from whatchamacallit?
But the Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
The lament configuration.
That was pretty intense, man.
So, this is ASM. Oh, what happened to that? Yeah, that's all right.
Did you get it?
The bag's shitty, but
yeah.
the books are.
ASM
795 mint condition. This is not the first appearance of Red Goblin, but it's what everybody thought the Red Goblin first appearance would be. This is the first print. Pretty hard to find. I think everybody's just kind of hoarding them right now.
What?
If you can remember that cover.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, it's okay because I was like, well, there's Doctor Strange's window, so
right. So it says Loki on Doctor Strange's window. That yeah. Apparently, I think what happens is there's a cameo of Norman Osborn, and it shows him like drink Carnage juice or something. I don't know. I got to look at it, but there's like you can always find the reprints, but you can never find the first printing of that. So I'm happy to finally get it. Yay!
Good. You know what?
We did it.
I did. You know what? I noticed something. Let's go back to this Primal Man here.
Primal Man.
Okay. Now here's a religious message if I ever saw one. You got this big woolly mammoth here, and you got this little dude down there throwing a spear, and apparently he planted a spear right between his thing's eyes. So I'm thinking that he's going to find Jesus very shortly, because I think he just pissed that thing off. I'm thinking that's not going to kill it. So
wait, this is pre-Jesus though.
This dude is definitely going to be saved in about 30 seconds.
Or did Jesus live with the woolly mammoths? I don't know. Holy shit! Volume 6, Volume 8.
Tune in and find out. Well,
or is that's the number?
Yeah, you know what? That's what they did. It was kind of like really weird. Yeah, I don't know why they used like volume. I don't know, but
because they got it cranked up to 11.
Yeah, it cranked it up, I think, to 22. So apparently they were running dual amps on that stage. So all right, I'm sorry.
What else you got?
Was just
what you got?
This was a $1 bin find.
Okay, Devil Hulk.
First appearance, Devil Hulk. It's got some spinal ticks and stuff. I took my life in my hands when I bought it. I had to pay for $5, and the dude, I was like, I don't know if I want that change back, man. It was bad. It was bad.
Is this the dark, dirty place?
Yeah, I mean, this dude was... I mean, the last bath he had, his mother gave him in a kitchen sink, man. It was so, but...
He's that guy. I said you got to aqua reef, dude, when you go out in public, especially conventions.
Man,
this guy clearly did not aqua reef.
There was no way a $3 stick of deodorant was going to help this guy. He had a ring of dandruff on the front of his shirt. Not the back of his shirt, the front of his shirt. I was like...
Respect yourself.
Oh.
And others.
Where's
some damn deodorant?
My cat would be like, you smell like piss. Anyway, okay, so... we got off topic.
This house smells like people piss.
He was rough, man. I'm like,
what do you got there?
You know what? The double whammy bloodshot.
Oh, okay, the Ninjak.
The one of these is a key, and I know you know, and I just bought it, and so
the one on the back is the first appearance of Ninjak, and you can tell because that's him right there. He's a ninja.
Okay,
but the one is the issue afterwards. 6 has the cameo in it. I know Janine got one of those 6s.
Okay, I knew that was Janine's cup of tea, and I grabbed it, and I really don't, whatever. I was just like I saw it, and I knew what it was, and so I grabbed it. So, but. You want me to go? You go.
Good.
All right. I went down to the little model shop. New Mutants #1, $5.
Cool.
They had 2 issues.
Cool.
I grabbed them. I figured for $5. I knew they were a little more than that, so that was fine with me.
The Helena Bertinelli Huntress.
Is this any good?
Yeah. All right. So first of all, with these, this isn't the first appearance of New Mutants. New Mutants. First appearance is in a graphic novel called The New Mutants.
Okay.
So it was that Marvel graphic novel line we talked about before. Mm-hmm. But this is still, it's a hot issue because it's the first comic New Mutants. Now that one is the first Helena Bertinelli Huntress. So there was me and Janine talked about this in one of our videos. The DC Universe, it always went, there was Crisis on Infinite Earths was the line. So whenever Crisis on Infinite Earths happened, they combined and condensed all the storylines into one Earth, because there's only one Earth left. So there was the pre-Crisis stories that may or may not have took place, and post-Crisis. So they actually had a good continuity.
So it sounds like New Testament, Old Testament kind of stuff.
Right. Then you can pick and choose what's real or what's not. So what happened and what didn't. So with this, the first appearance of the Huntress. Just the Huntress was in DC Super Spectacular. I don't know the number. And that one was a different Earth, different character. It was Batman's daughter, okay, of that Earth. Well, they wiped that off the slate completely. And then post-Crisis, they came up with this miniseries and created this character called Helena Bertinelli. She's like the daughter of a mafioso, and she becomes a vigilante and she doesn't get along with Batman, but kind of follows his tutelage, but she's willing to kill and all this other shit. But anyways, this is the first appearance of Helena Bertinelli Huntress. She is also part of the Birds of Prey, so when the Birds of Prey movie comes out, this is the version that they'll use. This is the one that people are going to want. Now, does that mean that the other first appearance of Huntress is going to be worthless? No, it doesn't. It's probably going to be worth more. But when you find these, you can find these in a $1 bin sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pick them up because they're going to be worth. They're probably going to be $30-$40.
Like I said, I mean, it was $4 and it was in really nice shape.
Yeah.
And then I had from the video I had remembered. I'm like, Dave said something about this, and then I even did like a quick eBay and that kind of search, and nothing really crazy popped up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just taking it.
There's 2. This is actually volume 1. This is the one you want right here, where she's just standing there.
Yeah.
But there's 2. There's a volume 1 and volume 2, and they look almost similar, except for she's jumping in the other one. The artwork's almost exactly the same. Everything else. Mm-hmm. If you get the one where she's just standing there, that's the one you want right there, man.
All right, so there you go.
Cool.
Little tiny shop down in right around the corner from where I used to live.
Do you have anything else from the model shop, or is that it?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. I got another thing I'm going to open right here while you're talking.
I think this was...
796. That's the one I was searching for.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one after the one. This one.
Okay. This was on the shelf as a cover price.
Holy shit! Is there any more?
No, I kind of had to dig for it. So, but that was literally a cover price.
It's probably a $15 book.
Okay. This I wasn't sure what it was because it was one of those covers here. It wound up being Champions number 5.
It's the Battle Lines variant.
Yeah.
They're doing them again this month.
I saw when I went to the shop yesterday. I saw it. I go, that's probably a Champions book, But I just bought it because the vision was kind of cool. This
Spider-Man 2.
I forget what the key reason of that was, but something was going on in there.
I'm not sure. I know the Spider-Man, the one that just says Spider-Man, is the first one, meeting of Miles and Peter.
Okay.
So that's like a hot one. But I don't know with Spider-Man 2. Hey, he put that inside the envelope. He still used a Gemini, which is awesome, and used a blue tape. That's awesome.
Blue tape.
Oh, Venom First Host.
Yeah, this was like I said. These were all just cover price on the shelf, So, first thing, it was Legacy. This one had a couple spinal ticks, but I just bought it just because I was like, well, it's there, and I'm going to grab it, and so.
That's what she said.
This, I went through the back issues of the old free comic book days, and
Bruce Reed.
Can't go wrong with Bruce Reed.
Bruce Reed.
There you go.
I'm a Bruce fan.
Okay. And this is a spec book. This is Volume 2 of Black Panther, number 13. I think her name is Supreme Goddess Mother or something. But she's specking that she is going to appear in Black Panther 2. So, I don't know, it was like $3. So, rather than be late and hate, I just bought it and got it.
The cigarettes?
I don't know.
Smells like probably cigarettes. Not cool.
Smells like victory in the morning. I don't know.
Not cool to have cigarettes in comic books.
All right. I don't think.
But he packed it really well.
It's not cool to have cigarettes in anything anymore.
No, it's really not.
Come on, man.
It's coming from a former smoker.
That's so last week.
Look at this. So this was the Facebook auction.
Okay.
And the 2 books I really wanted, I fell asleep at the end of the auction. The 2 books I really wanted, I just kind of bid on these other ones because I was like, well, I'm at it.
I'm bored.
Yeah, well, I'm at it and they're so cheap. But, and especially this one, dude, this is in perfect condition. Look at this.
You know what, but those are...
Look at that.
I mean, those are dollar bin... Those littered dollar bins forever.
But when you find them in a dollar bin, they're usually...
They are.
Spinal tick to shit and back. Look at that. There's no ticks whatsoever.
This is
out of his collection.
Those covers are rough because...
Perfect condition.
As soon as you put any pressure on it, that immediately is a color break.
Yep.
Those aren't very tolerable to any kind of handling.
That's a CGC. I was going to send that one I had out because it was almost perfect, but this thing's perfect,
Even
dude.
better?
I think I might CGC
you like that one? All right.
Yeah. Then I said I can't pass these up every time I see them, and I think I got this for $2. Sword of Azrael #1, first appearance of Azrael, and the Order of St. Dumas. So grab that up. And then there's a couple other books. Like I think I got these for $1 a piece. Because I don't have these. These were coming out when I first came back to collecting comics again. And these are different variants of Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. I'm not sure which book is which. Oh, book 2. That one is book 1. This is book 2. And this is Andy Kubert's book 3 variant.
That's cool. I like that cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up the other ones, but I want to read it because it's Frank Miller. It's still part of that original '80s. Was it '87 or whatever that Dark Knight storyline came out? I want to read it, but I think you know what? I saw that they had different creators on there too. Usually it's Lynn Varney and Frank Miller, but there's Brian Azzarello, Kubert, Jansen, Anderson. I think Frank Miller's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. And I think that was to rein him in and keep it so it's like cohesive and not crazy. You know what I mean?
You get a little H.P. Lovecrafty on
get a little bat shit.
Ah.
So I think that's why they did that to make it so it's legit. So which is kind of interesting. But other than that,
so he's turning into the Batman writer who laughs, getting out there a little bit.
He's out there, dude. Ever since, I would say since right around 9/11, man. 9/11, he was coming out with part 2 to this, and allegedly he had it finished, the script finished. They sent out everything out, and it got destroyed in the attacks.
Wow.
So he had to redo it, and when he redid it, I guess he was really affected by 9/11, and it changed the storyline and everything else.
Understandable. I think everybody was to some degree, but just you know what I mean. So.
One more thing real quick, since I mentioned about CGC, I'm going to be dropping some stuff off to get CGC probably this weekend, and so let's take a look at that real quick. There's only 3. I'm only dropping like 3 books off. Maybe I'll take out 20.
I might have to head in with you.
So this weekend I am sending out that Avenging Spider-Man number 9, the first Captain Marvel. I'm going to send that out. It's going to need a press. There's a thumbprint on there. And
Damn it.
So it's definitely... But, dude, for the price I got this, dude, you see that? It's a $120 book.
Where'd you get that? I recognize that tag.
It got it down the other thing. And then I got my ASM 361.
That's what I picked up yesterday.
Yeah, the newsstand. This thing's about perfect. I only saw one little color blemish. So that'll go out. And I have one out already, but it's only going to get like a 7 or 7.5 or something like that. And I'm also definitely getting this thing in it,
Does it need a pressing? I know.
It doesn't need one, but I think they can realign the staples
okay.
A little better if they do. So I'm just going to do it to do it.
I was there when you bought that, but that was in the middle of the melee. And then I just saw like you across. And I kept on going, man. Good.
But, the 2 things that I definitely want to do, and I have a little note, put my little Post-it note on there, is I want the Marvel label, so I want to get the Spider-Man label on this one.
I got you. Yeah. That's good. Is that going to be the first one that you're going to try to get that?
No, I got the ones I sent out in the end of February.
Okay.
There's like 4 or 5 of those. Yeah. I think I sent out like 10. And then this one will have the Captain Marvel. I don't have any that have Captain Marvel, so that's really one of the reasons why I wanted this, because I wanted a Captain Marvel one.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we'll send them out this weekend, see how long they take. Those ones that we sent out in February, the end of February, beginning of March, still aren't here, and it's May, so 3 months. Almost 4 months.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But that's probably about right. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they called tomorrow or you know what I mean? It's right about that timeline.
Are they modern books? Yeah, so modern has a lot quicker turnaround. You're like at the 3-month mark, on a high side, So,
right.
I mean on the fast side.
Sometimes they come back real fast.
Yeah.
And then there was that time we sent out my 181, and I didn't see it for almost a year.
Yeah.
So, but
you know what? I think we were both in the same batch, because that's whenever I sent my ECs out. Those went out in that batch, and I didn't see those for ever. So I have one out. I have that Robert Hack's signature series. So that's a brand new.
That's the only one you have out.
That's the only one I have out. So that ought to be a reasonable turnaround. So
there's these. I was looking at these top loaders, and I'm still gonna get a lot of CGC, but I like these top loaders. I think with these more expensive comics, I'm gonna buy more top loaders because they're made of PVC, and put them actually in the box with those. And so maybe if I don't get them encapsulated, they're still like super protected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're still inside a bag with a bag and board, but they have the extra protection for the compression or whatever.
Exactly.
So, all right, is that it? Are we Nerdcore outing? Is that it?
That was pretty much it, man. We did a 3 for today, so...
Yeah, nice job,
yeah.
Spy Dog.
He's awfully quiet. Yeah, I think he misses Vaseline.
Oh, I don't think so.
She's gonna beg to differ. So.
What if I had the power to gather all of my favorite MCs with the illest comic book characters and they became arch enemies? Inconceivable, unbelievable, yet as wild as it seems. The Emperor and Stan Lee would coach the 2 opposing teams. Keep it clean.
Nerdcore!